Are you listening?
Welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report, your go-to source for all of the week's gaming news. Nerfed down into one show once a week, so you can worry less about reading the news and focus more on playing those video games. And of course, on this week's episode, Nintendo has held their first Nintendo Direct of 2019 and introduced 28 brand new video games, including Fire Emblem Three Houses, Super Mario Maker 2, and a massive remake of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. But before we talk about any of that, here are your top headlines. Fortnite. Maybe you've heard of it. Well, by this time, I'm sure the entire world is aware of what Fortnite is. I mean, even Walmart has Fortnite action figures that, wait for it, you can actually buy loot box treasure chests to go along with the action figures, because that's the world we live in. But not everything to do with Fortnite is sunshine and rainbows, because this week, Fortnite cost a teacher its job. That's right. According to Variety, a Brooklyn gym teacher found himself fired after playing Fortnite with his students as an incentive to get them to do their homework. Now, the teacher plans on appealing his termination, but quite possibly the best thing to come out of this story is when Illinois' NBC 11 reached out to their viewers for their thoughts, and one parent responded by saying, "I would rather my child play online with his teacher versus an online pedophile." Yes, Fortnite, home to children, teachers, and I'll let you fill in that last one. Apex Legends is continuing its week of dominance, and this week, executive producer Drew McCoy answered the question that is on everyone's mind. What's next? In a post on EA's blog site, McCoy wrote, "The team is already hard at work on tons of top secret new stuff we'll be adding to the game this year and beyond, which we'll be talking more about soon. First up will be the launch of Season 1 in March, when we introduce a Battle Pass." Respawn CEO Vince Zampella reiterated the blog post by saying, "Season 1 kicks off in March, introducing the debut of our Battle Pass, as well as new legends, weapons, loot, and more." The new Battle Pass was expanded upon in Apex's FAQ section, stating, "The Battle Pass gives players exclusive cosmetic items and Apex packs. Gamers can look forward to around 100 different rewards and exclusive seasonal cosmetics." The D.I.C.E Awards were this week, in which members of the Academy of Interactive Arts and Science voted on the best video games of the year. This year's D.I.C.E Awards featured over 23 categories, including Outstanding Achievement in Story, Fighting Game of the Year, Portable Video Game of the Year, and the coveted D.I.C.E Video Game of the Year Award. Some of the most notable awards included Celeste taking home Outstanding Achievement for an independent game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate taking home Fighting Game of the Year, Red Dead Redemption 2 took home Outstanding Technical Achievement, and PlayStation's God of War took home 9 awards, including Outstanding Achievement in Story, Character, Art Direction, and Game Design, along with taking home the 2019 D.I.C.E Game of the Year Award. And finally this week, Activision and Blizzard were in the news after it was announced that the company would be laying off over 800 employees. During a fourth quarter earnings call, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick announced the layoffs would be affecting non-development roles. Now, this announcement drew criticism after Activision and Blizzard announced that the company had achieved record revenues for their 2018 fiscal year. Overall, their sales were up from 2017, as Activision generated $7.26 billion in sales. And of course, adding fuel to the outrage, it was reported this week that Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick earned roughly $30 million during that fiscal year. Yet the company still felt it necessary to lay off 800 employees. Blizzard President J. Allen Brack commented on the layoffs in a company memo, stating, "This was an extremely difficult decision, and we want to acknowledge the effort of everyone who has contributed to Blizzard. To assist with the transition, we are offering each impacted employee a severance package that includes additional pay, benefits continuation, and career and recruiting support to help them find their next opportunity."
Now for something completely different. Yeah.
Nintendo. Since the debut of the Nintendo Switch, two things have been on the mind of every Nintendo and Switch head around the world. When can I play Animal Crossing, and where is my Pokemon? No, not that one. I mean the real Pokemon. Well, this week marked Nintendo's first official Direct of 2019, and if you were hoping to get news about a brand new Animal Crossing or a new core Pokemon game, sorry, that didn't happen. But Nintendo did announce 28 brand new games coming to the Nintendo Switch. So let's talk about it in a recurring segment.
It's called Let's get it going.
During the Direct, Nintendo gave updates on Marvel Alliance 3: The Black Order, which will feature the current Marvel flavor of the week, Captain Marvel. Marvel Alliance 3: The Black Order will be releasing exclusively on the Nintendo Switch in the summer of 2019. Switch owners can also expect to see Box Boy, new paid DLC for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, Disney's Tsum Tsum Festival, Rune Factory 4 Special by Daylight, Deltarune, Grid Autosport, Starlink Battle for Atlas, Mortal Kombat 11, and Hellblade Senua Sacrifice are all making their way to the Nintendo Switch. And if you were looking for an update on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, well, Nintendo had you covered. Yep, during the Direct, Nintendo teased an announcement during an announcement of a future announcement. And in case you're confused, don't worry, so was I. Now, a game that seemed to come out of nowhere is a game that many Nintendo fans have been begging for years. Super Mario Maker 2. It'll be bringing the same customization and impossible level building madness that you fell in love with the first Mario Maker to the Nintendo Switch. Super Mario Maker 2 will allow gamers to create their own playable Mario levels and share them with the world. Super Mario Maker 2 will launch on the Nintendo Switch in the June of 2019. Now, for me, the peak WTF moment of the Direct belongs to Tetris 99, a Tetris Battle Royale game. Nintendo was like, "You want a Tetris Battle Royale game?" No. Well, 99 players. No. One reigns supreme. No. Tetris 99. No. Nintendo's Direct itself wasn't just dominated by Battle Royales and Mario Makers. It also included plenty of third-party game announcements for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo also announced that Unravel 2, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Final Fantasy VII, Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, and Final Fantasy IX will all be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, this Direct was initially billed as our opportunity to get a first look at the upcoming Fire Emblem Three Houses game. Fire Emblem Three Houses marks the 16th Fire Emblem game to release for Nintendo. Fire Emblem is a tactical role-playing video game, and Three Houses takes place at the Garreg Mach Monastery, which is comprised of three houses: the Black Eagles, Blue Lions, and the Golden Deers. Because let's face it, no one likes a Hufflepuff anyway. Fire Emblem Three Houses will be launching on the Nintendo Switch July 26th of 2019. Now, in case you had any concerns about games further down the pipeline, Nintendo wanted to make sure gamers were aware they had plenty in development, as we received our first look at Astral Chain, which looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play that game. And we also received an update on Daemon X Machina, which has a free demo available right now. And speaking of demos, Yoshi's Crafted World also has a free demo available right now, so check it out. But for me, the biggest announcement of the Direct was my favorite Game Boy game being remastered for the Nintendo Switch. During the Direct, Nintendo announced that Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening was being completely remade from the ground up, featuring new graphics and improved mechanics. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening will be launching sometime in 2019. And finally, for this week, we come to... That noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. So, in order to wrap up all of the week's remaining news, we must initiate a segment that I like to call... every single week. We have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all of the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying. Because let's face it, unlike video games, I've only got one life to live. So, with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Thunder noise! And go. Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy has officially sold 10 million copies worldwide. And if you haven't played that game yet, what are you waiting for? It's fantastic. The next Call of Duty game will feature a story mode. Ubisoft has announced that New Game Plus will be available in Assassin's Creed Odyssey sometime this month. We got a brand new Anthem trailer directed by none other than Neil Blomkamp that looks fantastic. Sony has announced a brand new CEO for PlayStation in the form of Jim Ryan. Verizon is getting into the old video game streaming business. Fortnite has revealed brand new Nerf guns and Super Soakers. Gotta love how that SEO worked out. Path of Exiles is delayed for the PlayStation 4 yet again. Jade is coming to Mortal Kombat 11, and Spyro the Dragon, the reignited trilogy, is being teased extremely heavily for the Nintendo Switch, which that's like a no-brainer. Just add it to the Switch. I would buy it immediately. That is it for Nerfed in 60 Seconds, and that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.